What you doing? What you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Me? I'm sitting here talking to you. Look at my mane, man. Look at that. I didn't really do anything to it, so I don't care if it looks crazy. I wanted it to look a little crazy, like the lion that I am. I'm a Leo. I'm Shane Abrams. I got that Leo energy today. So anyway, um, hey, what's going on? Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking me out on my little video diaries that I've been doing. I just feel like it's a way for me to connect. It's a way for me to express myself, and hopefully, it makes a difference. It makes a difference for me. So I guess that's a big thing, and I'm praying to God that it makes a difference for you. If not, or if it does, or if it doesn't, please feel free to comment. Uh, I'm really, yeah, like, feel free to comment. Um, if you like and subscribe, please. Today, deep breaths today. Today, I stayed away from social media today. I needed to. It's just so incessant, and you just like, how many more stories can we have? It's so crazy because sometimes one of the things about being okay, there's somebody popping into my recording, and he's gonna crawl into. So that's my spouse who's crawling into, like, he's not here and like you can't hear him. I'm so leaving this in the video. That oh my god, that is hilarious. I thought that since he would hear me recording, he would just go, "Okay, I'm not." But he's gonna crawl in, so because of course you can't see this bot. Oh my god, I'm leaving that anyway. I had to take some time off today because it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot, right? Like, I don't know how it is for you. Let me know, because it's a lot for me. It's just like every day reading something, seeing something, being like so inundated with things. I ain't gonna lie though, I did send somebody something because you all know I'm crazy like that. I am, and I was just like, because this person in November was talking a buku of stuff, a person of color, and I just was like, so remember all that stuff he was saying? He's Latino. He was a Latino for Trump. Never voted before, and so but that was his first time voting, and he was trying to tell me these reasonings and things as if I wasn't informed by. So I just now, sad. You have to, like, I don't know. I think, like, I guess because I wasn't gonna do this, but I am. So, like, if I was getting surgery, I think that I would, if it was like a really serious thing for me, like surgery or not serious, it wouldn't matter. It's surgery to me is serious, period. So even if it's a little thing, I would want to know as much as I could about the person who's doing the operation, the doctor, training, where he came from, his bedside manner, especially because he's going to be all up in my body. Like, it's just like I wouldn't go, well, let's just see. Well, I mean, he's gotten billions of dollars, and I don't care. Like, is he trained? Has he done this before? Like, it's weird how people are like, well, let's just. Someone said, let's just see what happens. I don't know. Okay, so I said that. I'm not gonna make this video about any of that. It's hard not to because it's so prevalent right now. But what I did do today was do a little self care. So I think that that is so important, and I know I'm supposed to circle back around to something, but I think I'm gonna do that maybe tomorrow or this week because I just don't want to focus on that tonight. I want today. Today I'm going to be about peace, love, tranquility, deep breaths, taking care of myself. It's a thing, right? Because I'm the oldest. It's only two of us, but I'm the oldest. God bless anybody who has a big family. You're the oldest, because the oldest has this kind of like responsibility, like they're supposed to take care of everybody, and that sometimes in a certain families, not all families, but in certain families, that starts off when you're a kid, as opposed to uh, you being cared for. You're like now relied upon to help the parents care for all these other kids, which is just like crazy because you're a kid too. So shout out to all the older people. Shout out to the younger siblings that don't understand why the older siblings, when they get older, be like, I need a moment. because I've been dealing with this, or once the parents get older, there's an expectation that the oldest should now lay down their life for their parents. But I just really feel like you have to have your own self care and take care of yourself so that you can be of service to other people. But you can't if you're not taking care of you. And it's okay to say, I'm not cut out for this. Everybody is not cut out to look after their parents. Now, let me just say this because this is me. Uh, if I'm not looking after you, but I will make sure that you get care, you get proper help, or I'll bring help in, that's different. But to think that it has to come from you, you've got to be the one to do, I think that's crazy. But I'm not advocating for somebody just saying, I'm not doing it. And if you were like that and that's the truth, okay, I don't, that doesn't fit for me. I couldn't do that with my parents. Like, oh, well, that's not what I'm advocating for. But I mean, I also don't know people's history, so I don't want to sit there trying to put in what I think you should. You know how we get on these social media things like what you need to do is and how you should be is blank blank blank. But what does self care look like for me? And I don't think I'm gonna sum it all up in this video, but like I think like one of the things is important is to look at what brings you joy. Remember that girl, that woman who talked about what sparks joy? I can't even remember her name. I think she's a Japanese woman. And there was like this whole tidy thing, and because she was very much about tidying up. But regardless, because she's moved into different things now because she's got kids, so she's not so anal about it. But she did always talk about what sparks joy, and so I think that that's something that we all should look at when we're looking at self care. When I say spark joy, I don't just mean like things you buy for yourself, but things you do for yourself. Like I love. It's so weird because this plant sits here. I do love plants. I have a lot of house plants, and then we've got two balconies, and there's plants out there. And maybe one day I'll do a video out there so you guys can see what that looks like. But like I love plants, and I like buying plants. I love the pots that I get. This one is from like Marshalls. You've probably seen it, like Marshalls or TJ Maxx and more. Those are great places to get pots for inexpensive. And let me tell you something. I'm just not like let me tell you something about plants, but like get pots that have drainage holes. Many people are going to tell you you can put rocks in it, you can do this, you can do that. I have grown plants without drainage holes, but eventually the roots would either rot or the plant would have a hard time, and I would have to transport it into a pot that has holes. Having holes makes a huge difference. Look up on, you're on YouTube now, so look up on YouTube and see, because there's all kind of videos about plants, and there's such a good variety. Don't get so overwhelmed. Start with one and find out which one works for you. And if that's not the one, like sometimes we think, oh, that's so pretty, or oh, that's so cute, but it may require a little bit more than you want to give. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the Sansevierias. I'm gonna show it to you because I don't really care. This is a Sansevieria. It's called like a mother-in-law's tongue, as you can see, and so because of the tongue. And so this Sansevieria does not take a lot. There's not a lot required to keep that growing. Very little water. I use a moist meter. That makes me laugh. I'm so nasty. Moist meter. But there is this little contraption like a thermometer, which is called a moist meter, that you can stick into the soil to see how dry it is. You want it to be pretty dry before you water. You water your plants, and that's helped me because I've overwatered things. I've thought that you're supposed to, water once a week, water a plant once a week. That's not true. This sucker, she don't need no water. Sometimes she's gone like 4 weeks or so with no water. So, but it brings me joy, especially like sometimes I have pictures of like, when I bought it and then like what it looks like now, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it grew into that. I like to go to Michael's, get decorative rocks, and I'll put them sometimes inside the soil. I don't do it for the Sansevierias though, because I realize the way that they grow, I think it stunts their growth when I have like rocks and stuff in that particular plant. But there's other plants that I have that it works perfectly, And I just love it. I love doing it. As you can see, that sparks joy in me, makes me happy. It might not be your thing. Maybe you like to do crafts, and maybe you like to get pictures and create frames and stuff for your pictures, or you go buy frames and you create a little matting, which maybe I'll talk about at some point because I've done some stuff like that as well. But my whole point is just that, like, those I think are self care when you can just take that time that's there for yourself, that you're just doing that because it brings you joy, and it's okay even if it's listening to a piece of music, sipping on a piece of tea. But you like I sipping on a piece of tea. No, I didn't say that. Sipping on a piece of tea. Sipping on a piece of tea, baby. Ooh, I love sipping on a piece of tea, honey. Sipping on tea, and then I think the important thing too is that in that moment that I'm doing that I need to, or not need, I hate when I say need, but that it's important that I just go ahead and, put a timer on. Like, for an hour, I'm going to do this. And let me put my phone where I can hear it, but I'm not going to get distracted. And that's all I'm going to do is, you know, take this bath and listen to, meditation music, or, write, or, sipping on my piece of tea, whatever it may be. So, yeah, I think, I just wanted to, I don't know, that is what's coming out for me in just terms of self care. I think more now than ever, it's important that we do that for ourselves. And out of doing that, as selfish as that may sound, and it's okay to be selfish, then you can be more giving and more out there for other people. But you can't do that if you're not doing that for yourself. So, um, yeah, I hope that makes a difference. I think I should do a little thing about plants because I really do like plants a lot, and I'm not a connoisseur of plants. I still consider myself new, and there's so much I don't know. But as I've gone along, I've kind of developed a bit of a little cute thumb, and I still make mistakes, and I go, okay, yeah, that plant's not for me, or oh, those varieties are not for me because I kill them, or I'm just like, and I just go, okay, well, let's start over. So anyway, um, yeah, that's all. That's all I got today, man. I ain't got nothing today. I ain't got nothing controversial or anything like that. Tomorrow I probably will, but anyway, let me know what you think. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Please like, please subscribe. I'm Shang Abrams, and I'm gonna go sip on me a piece of tea.